Good morning. Good morning to everyone that has joined. God bless you. This is Chief Apostle Marcia Fountain, and I bring you greetings on this wonderful morning. Another day that we've been blessed to see, and we are so thankful. I want to welcome you to our Command Your Day morning prayer and empowerment line. And we are here this morning together just as a sign of saying thank God for keeping each and every one of us throughout the night. And so I am so grateful, and I just want to encourage you this morning to continue to believe. No matter what it looks like, continue to believe. And I just want to say that this is being brought to you by Teleclergy Inc. And Teleclergy is here to provide spiritual support for you and your family. And if you need prayer for peace, healing, or whatever you're dealing with in your life, you can call 1-800-381-0727, and that is nationwide. We want to make sure that you know you're not by yourself during this situation or any other situation that is to come. So we thank you so much for joining this morning on this line. And if you're joining by Facebook, thank you so much for joining on the Facebook platform. I just want to start today very briefly. I'm only on for about 20 minutes. This is your empowerment and prayer line every morning, Monday through Friday. And today I just want to encourage you that during these, what people are experiencing as situational obstacles, during this time when people are experiencing situational obstacles, which means that there are obstacles that you're going through and they're based on situations in life. So I want to empower you and I want to encourage you, because many times when you're dealing with situational obstacles, and that's something I've come up with, because obstacles come out of situations, and many situations, they breed doubt and they breed fear. And when we talk about doubt, you begin to question, what are your abilities? You begin to question, am I good enough? You begin to question your skills. You begin to say, you know, I'm faced with a obstacle now, because many people are working and have been furloughed, are laid off. Many people have their own businesses and they cannot operate at the same level that they were used to operating. So there are many doubts that are coming in people's minds right now. They're saying, can my business get back up and running like it used to? Will it ever go back to normal? So doubt begins to come into the minds of many people. And some people that are working say, well, you know, will I ever go back to work? So there's a spirit of doubt that is breeded out of these situations that occur. And from that come obstacles that you're dealing with. And so another obstacle would be fear. Many people say, you know, can I get another job? Because one thing they understand is that the job market is going to be flooded with everyone looking. So there's fear that's coming out. And we're going to deal with these two things today very briefly, because I want to empower you. I want to kickstart you for your day. I want to get your mind in the right place, how to deal with what it is that you're looking at right now. And so when we talk about fear, many people are thinking, can I get another job? Will I be called back to work? When will my business resume its normal schedule? And so, you know, will I want to tell you, you know, I really want you to understand that you can't ponder on those things. That's my point I want to get to you. Don't ponder on the obstacles, because when you ponder on obstacles, you create those situations. All right. So do not ponder on those obstacles. We're on here this morning to let you know you can no longer ponder on obstacles. Do not ponder on obstacles. So, you know, I want to tell you that when you think too long on something, again, I always say you create it. Whatever you water, you create. So if you plant negative seeds in your mind, you are going to create a negative harvest. So it's very important that during this time, we understand the concept of what it is, the power of our thought, the power of our emotion, the power of what we're allowing ourselves to feel. It's very, very important. So my question to you is not what is happening to you now. I want to take you away from that, Come out of what's happening now. You are very familiar with what's going on around you. And in order to empower you right now, you've got to take your mind out of what is happening right now and begin to think, but what are you going to do to stay ahead of what may happen in the future? Now, we find today that many businesses are behind the 8 ball because they never planned for this, because they never expected this to happen. And so, you know, one of the old sayings is it's better to prepare for something and have it not happen than to have it happen and not be prepared. So I believe that in your own personal life, this is going to kickstart you to take a deep look, to dive in deeply and say, what is it that I need to do in order to prepare for something that may come down the road so that I'm not caught off guard. So don't use this as an obstacle to get stuck. Don't use this to get stuck. Use this as an opportunity to take a good look at your life and to say, you know what, from this, I'm going to come to the next level because I understand things that I need to do in order to be prepared. Now, in being prepared for what may happen down the line, what you are actually doing is taking yourself from one place in life and you're elevating yourself in the process. And so I don't want you to look at where you are now and start making permanent decisions, because so many people, I speak to them and you know, I deal with a lot of entrepreneurs, and a lot of them are saying, you know, I don't know if I can come out of this. My business is not going to be the same. I'm losing clients. And I often consult with them and I say, listen, you will have what you say. Stop saying you're losing and start positioning yourself to be able to reach the customers that are sitting home right now with a computer and a phone and a tablet in front of their face for the majority of the day. So don't look at what you're losing, but to decide what it is you can gain. And so I want you in your personal lives also to look at this and just say, don't say, well, I'm just going to give up. I'm not going to look for the job. I'm not going to, you know, that's not getting you anywhere. That's digging you deeper. This is not an obstacle time. These are not obstacles. These are opportunities for us to take a deep look, take a deep dive into yourself and bring out the best of you. So one of the things you don't want to do is don't make a permanent decision. Like I said, some of the entrepreneurs that I've been talking to, business owners, you know, they've been saying, well, I may just shut my business down now and just start looking for a job. Well, I often remind them this is not the time to make a permanent decision based on a temporary situation, because this temporary situation may not be this way tomorrow. It may be a whole nother temporary situation. And so you would have made a decision based on where you are no longer at, because situations occur all the time and they are different situations. So you cannot make a permanent decision right now. Now is not the time to say you're going to no longer look for a job. Now is not the time to say you're going to close your business down. You cannot make permanent decisions in temporary situations. So I'm telling you, don't look at this as an obstacle. I am here this morning to empower you to say, don't look at this as an obstacle. Look at this as an opportunity to take a deep dive into your life, a deep dive into you. And so you have to stop. And as I said, take a deep look. During this time, you must kill the obstacles, conquer the obstacles once and for all. Because if you want to be true to yourself about what is going on, there's nothing outside of you. The main obstacle is not your enemies or the market or this pandemic. These are not enemies to you. Your greatest enemy is your inner, your INNER, inner me. So I want you to understand that you are not to take a look at what and blame the market, blame the pandemic. No. These are all opportunities for us to discover what else do I have in me. You may have been leaning on your paycheck, depending on your paycheck, but there's something deeper in you. There may be an entrepreneur in you. There may be a personal skill in you that you just need to develop. in order to make you better at what you do when this pandemic is over. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to take a look at what's going on right now and understand there's something in me that I'm going to do, something in me that I'm going to pull out that's going to make me greater than who I am right now. And it's in me. I'm going to use this time to perfect something in me. So I want you, again, don't look at the pandemic. Don't look at the market and just say, I'm going to sit down. This is not the time to sit down. This is the time to better you. This is the time to better you, to recreate you. And it's funny because I was talking to one of my friends, and I was saying to her, one of my sister friends, and I was saying to her, I feel like it's time for me to get a new hairstyle. And she laughed. I said, I just feel like that it's time for something new, just something new, because there are new things that is coming in your life right now. There's so many things that are evolving right now that you can't even see. And so I need you to really tap into you. If I can encourage you, tap into you during this time and say, what personal development skills do I need to enhance so I can control the outcome of things that I have power to control? Now, some of you may say, well, I want my own business, but you're not outgoing. You couldn't sell, you couldn't give away anything, so you want to perfect you right now. You want to look into what is it, your personal development skills. What is it about me that I need to develop? Do I need to take time and Google public communications, public speaking? Do I need to Google confidence? What is it that I need to really look and learn and enhance myself with right now? This is your time. People, hear me. This is your time. This is our time to better us. This is the time that we are going to reshape, remold, rethink. There's so many things that I need to encourage you to do during this time. Reshape, remold, rethink. It's a beautiful situation because everyone, as I often say, we're at a level playing field right now, and you can be whoever it is that you were truly created to be, because no one is expecting anything out of you because they are so busy trying to secure things for themselves right now, to look at themselves, to get themselves. Everyone is becoming more I should say, they're investigating and who they really are. They're looking at, what are my flaws? What are my attributes? People are really looking at, what is it in me that I can pull out that's going to carry me through this time. So this is not a time to look at situations around you, but I'm coming to empower you this morning to say, this is a time to look at you, perfect you. Oh my goodness, this is good this morning. I love empowering. This is not a time for you to just be lazy and undisciplined. This is a time to confront those spirits in you. This is not a time to accept your own excuses. Come on. Or where you get out of bed at 5 o'clock in the morning and plan your day. What are you going to do? This is a time for you to make some decisions. If you're going to make a permanent decision, make a decision that will truly transform your life and allow you to have an impact on every other situation that may come in the future. That's good right there. So if you're going to make a permanent decision, make a decision that's going to allow you to have an impact on every situation that may come in the future. So you can either lay around and say, you know what, this is just too much. No, it's not too much. Get up. Come on. You have the wrong concept about what is happening right now. And so that's what I want to encourage you to tell you. These are not times of obstacles. These are times of opportunities if you know how to embrace it. Oh, this is good. If you know how to embrace it, don't embrace the obstacles of fear and doubt that come with situations, but rather embrace the opportunity to discover what's in you, reshape you, rethink you, remake you. Come on now. This is what we need to do right now while you have this time. That's what this time is for. Determine, who am I? Who am I going to be? And whoever I really am, I'm not going to change. When I come out of this storm, come on. When you come out of this storm, I'm not going to change. I've done found. God gave me a chance. This is an opportunity for you all. I don't care what business you're in. I don't care what you're trying to sell. You could be trying to sell an ink pen. I don't care what it is you're trying to do. I don't care if you're a mother. You're going to be a better mother when you get done with this. Come on. I don't care what it is that you are trying to do. If you're trying to grow a business, this is the best time to, oh, this is good. This is the best time to create a business. Why is that? Because right now you are thinking strategically. And when you create a business, you will create it with these situations in mind. So you will build into your plan an emergency preparedness plan for your business. Mothers, you will build now an emergency preparedness plan for your children. What if they have to be home? What are some things that I need to put in place so that we can all survive in peace? And so, these are the time. These are the best. Oh, somebody say these are the worst of times. No, these are the best of times, because whatever you do now, whatever you plan now, whatever strategy you create now, you will have all of these emergency mechanisms built into it, because you're building it at a time when you are going through what some people would call the worst of time. So you are building this, whatever it is, you're building. It may be your life. You may say, I'm rebuilding how I feel about myself. Well, guess what? This is a good time to rethink you, because during the worst of times, you right now are dealing with emotions, and you can go one way or the other with this emotion. You can either go under and say, I'm just going to give up, or you can say, you know what? I'm going to build me on top of one of the toughest situations in life. So now when I build me, come on, when I rethink me, when I reshape me, come on, I'm going to have everything in me that I need to sustain in the toughest of times. Come on. So therefore, when you come out of this storm, now this is good, you all, when you come out of this storm, you come out with a mentality that has been instilled in you that I can do anything. I can do all things. And I'm going to give you a scripture, of course. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me, because the love of God is what's carrying us through this situation. And you will not forget that that's what you're going to need as you go on, because you don't know. No one knows what the future holds but God. So I encourage you to set up time now as you rethink your business, as you restructure your life, as you restructure your business. Because, and I keep going back to that, because when we talk about empowering you, you must understand that when you rethink you also have to rethink your associations. When you rethink you, if you're a business, you have to rethink your customer, because now maybe your customer is no longer the people that lived around the corner from your store, around the corner from your business, down the street, an hour from your business. They were loyal because they wanted to go out for a ride, so they would come to your business. But now you're going to have to rethink some things because they're not coming. So now there's a whole nother area, a whole nother market, a whole nother audience that are on the internet. So you have to rethink how you're going to represent your business, because you were already there. You're just representing it to a different audience. So how am I going to do that? But I have to represent it, because having something hanging in my window would not attract customers to me, because no one's walking by my window. So I have to represent my business. I have to now present it via the internet. I have to put everything up there, all the information necessary, so when they see it on the internet, they can get a feeling for my business. So you have to represent yourself. Everyone right now has to be very strategic on how you're going to represent yourself. And even with us as individuals, when you come out of this is a great opportunity, because you don't have to be who you were when you went in. You must now represent yourself. And you're going to be stronger because of this. You're going to have more faith because of this. You're going to have more belief in what you can do because of this. And so everyone must now be thinking strategically. Every business, every organization, every church, every community service provider, they all have to now think, how am I going to represent myself? Because you have to do it in a different manner now. You don't have that one-on-one. So how is it if you're looking for a job? How are you going to represent yourself? You're not walking in and showing your faces. You are now competing on paper. So listen, you got to really take this time now and get yourself together. Get your mind together. Get your mind in place right now and say, okay, I have to rethink. How am I going to compete in a world where I no longer can impress them face to face? See, everybody got good at putting up face and mask and all that stuff, and they knew what to do when they saw somebody. But guess what? Now it's not that easy. You're not going to be able to see people face to face in person. So what is it that you're going to be able to say about you and that you cannot say in person? What is it, if you have a business, that you're going to be able to put in print that they will choose your business over someone else's business? Because now you're suave, you're suave, you know, you're very suave, and you just had a way of talking, and your presence was so powerful, and your personality was so powerful that people just bought from you. Well, guess what? They're not going to get to experience that now. And so you have to think, what is it that I'm going to do? How am I going to reshape? How am I going to remold? What is it? I've got to have a different dynamic now. And so every one of us must think about that, even for ourselves personally. This is the best of times. The worst of what people can call the worst of time can be the best of time if you know what to do with it. I said that this time right now is almost like the first day at a new school. This is good. Listen, y'all, you remember growing up, you may have had other people in your class and when you were younger, and there's nothing like the first day at a new school, because you can go in and be whoever it is that you really are. You don't have to worry about what people said about you, thought about you, and carrying that from one year to another. Guess what? The playing field has been leveled. You now, when you come out the gate after this storm, even while you're in this storm, if you are critically thinking about strategies that are needed in order to do whatever it is that you do, if you're thinking critically and creating these strategies, you will come out the gate powerful. You will come out strong. You will come out as who you are. This is good. So listen, I want to encourage you to use this time. Use this time. Use this time to go on and listen to, I'll be on here Mondays through Fridays, and this is what the morning prayer and empowerment line is all about. It's about building you, creating a stronger you. This is what God has given me for this morning broadcast every day, Monday through Friday, because you need to get in touch with you. And business owners, you need to really start thinking. We have to think outside the box. And so I'm here to stretch your mind, to stretch your ability, to stretch your vision, to stretch and help you see where it is that we need to go personally as well as business-wise, because we need to grow in all areas of our life. So I just want to remind you, you have the power to create a new you. You have the power to create a new you. I don't care who's around you. I don't care who you walk out the door and see that new you. They are going to understand that you are not that same person. And here's the thing. I just heard something. Here's the thing. Do not spend time trying to convince people that you are no longer who they saw you as. The best way for them to learn is to see it. So you just continue to be consistent in you. Don't allow anything outside of you to change you, to weaken your thought about who you are, to weaken your thought about your business, to weaken your thought about your abilities. Don't look, none of that matters. It does not matter, because the minute you let that in, then it's conquered you, and you go back to being the same old you. You're not going back. I'm here to tell you, you will not go back. You come on here Monday through Friday, you will not go back to the old you. It does not matter what they think about you. That's the past, and that's for them to live in. I'm on here to empower you to create, to think critically, to strategize critically, to take a deep dive into who you really are. Bring that out and don't put it back in hiding ever again. You are who you are, And people must learn to deal with you, the real you. And if they can't deal with you, then they have to be excused from out of your presence. You cannot associate with them. One thing that this time has brought us to understand is that people right now have found the reality of life, and that is there's life and there's death. And in the middle, I believe that some point we've gotten confused and we began to get lost in what other people thought, felt, said. We don't care about that anymore. This is a beautiful time because guess what? People don't care what you think about them, and you shouldn't care what people think about you. You need to dive deep, find the real you, bring out the real you. Genuine people in your life, authentic people in your life will welcome you. They will be so happy that you've come out and discovered who you are. So I need you to take this time, create a new you. Come on, it's you. It's in there. Create a new world around you. When you come out of this storm, oh God, this is good. Listen, y'all, when you come out of this storm, you ought to have new associates. Some of your old associates, you should not give them time. Guess why? Because your energy is valuable. Your time is valuable. The words that come out of your mouth are valuable. And so you must understand that I can no longer pour my energy, pour my wisdom, pour my affection into people that don't value what I have in me. So when you come out of this storm, your associations will be different. There will just be some people that you just don't have time to talk to. It's not that you don't love them. Yes, I love you, but guess what? I have to value my time now. I must value my time. We don't know how much time we have left. So I promise you one thing, it would behoove you to take and honor your time, honor your value, and those people that are wasting your time, they don't want to hear what you have to say about your knowledge and your experiences. Just those are no longer the associates for this season. There are people out here waiting for you. Business owners, there are people out here waiting for your business, waiting to hear what it is you do. Service providers, there's people out here that need you, need your service. But it must be structured in a way that people feel that you understand what they need and that you can and will provide if you have access to it. So no more excuses. I want you to be empowered. I'm telling you today, do not accept your excuses any longer. No more excuses. That's it. Don't accept your excuses. You come on here Monday through Friday, I'm going to remind you, no more excuses. Pull out the best of you. Present the best of you. Accept the best of you. Reject the worst of you. Now hear that now. Reject the worst of you, which means that if you know that you're settling and you're lazy and you're undisciplined, reject that side of you. Don't sit there and say, I should do this, but I don't feel like it. Reject that side and get up and get moving, because only in this time right now, there are going to be more millionaires created because of people that are getting up and doing and creating and working their vision, working their dreams. Now, some people may say, but that's too far for me. I can't think about that. Well, if you can't think about it, you'll never live in it. There's something in you that you got to pull out. No limits, no limits. There's something in you that you have to pull out. No longer hesitate. Stop doubting your ability. Just stop. Represent yourself. Come on, that's good. Represent yourself. Represent yourself. And remember, it does not matter what they think, because you got to stop accepting your excuses. You got to stop believing your own lies. You are not winning if you're losing. You are not succeeding if you're failing. Enough is enough of that. Come on. There is somebody great in you. There is a professional in you. There is somebody that the world has been waiting for. You may be I'm a realtor. You may be a realtor. Realtors may watch this later. There are people that need housing. You are a professional. Stop doubting yourself. Get up, get on that phone. Start seeing who needs help. Come on. You may be a business owner. You may own a restaurant. You may own a retail store, whatever it is. Get out there. Open those doors on time. Come on. Get that grind going. Get that discipline. Some people call it a grind. I call it discipline. Because when you're disciplined, you set a schedule. You get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You lay out what you need to do. As a matter of fact, the night before, I lay out my day. Is there anything that I didn't do the day before that I need to carry over to today? And I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm sitting at my desk and I'm structuring my day so that I know every minute of what I need to do. And I leave time for flexibility, but I have things planned, even if it's just personal development. You may put on your calendar, plan to go on, let's say if you're in sales, maybe you need to learn body language. Plan to go on YouTube and mark on your calendar, I'm going to spend an hour watching videos on body language, how to understand body language. It may be other things, building confidence. You may need to build confidence. Whatever it is, go on YouTube and put on your calendar, I'm going to block off an hour. This is about bettering you. Nobody else is going to do it for you. You got to want it so bad that nothing stops you from getting it. Don't wait on nobody. This is the time now. Harness this time, because the greatest failure is to deceive yourself into thinking that you will succeed without conquering the weakest part of you. And that's by Marcia Fountain. That came to me by God. So that I'm gonna claim that statement, because that came. The greatest failure is to deceive yourself into thinking that you will succeed without conquering the weakest part of you. You will not succeed until you conquered the weakest part of you. All right? Because you were built for this. I want to encourage you now. I know I beat you up a little bit, but now I want to encourage you. See, because the truth is something that we all must face. We cannot move forward until we admit and face and embrace the truth. But I want to tell you that you were built for this, because everything that you've experienced in your life, you've experienced hurt, disappointment, loss of people, loss of material things, and you've weathered every one of those storms. You've been there, you've done that. But remember, the obstacles are based on and connected to situations, and you've had a lot of those situations. We are now in another situation. You made it through other situations. You now face this situation. So don't stop now. Do not stop now. If I can encourage you with one thing this morning, do not stop now. See, you've invested too much time in your business. You've invested too much time in your career. You've invested too much time in building a future for your family. You have planted many seeds in the ground called life. I'm going to say that again. You planted many seeds in the ground called life, and you've worked hard to water those seeds. Come on now. You've worked hard to water those seeds. You worked hard to get to where you are right now. So after this storm, you're going to see a harvest. So in the middle of the storm, don't pull up your seed. Don't give up now. Don't pull up your seed. I'm going to leave that word with you. Do not pull up your seed. You've done so many things in life to get to where you are now. You've worked hard. You've weathered storms. You've invested. You've invested your time. You've invested your sweat, your energy. You've invested so much to get where you are now. And do not despise where you are now. Oh, this is good. Don't despise where you are now. You've invested so much. You planted your seeds. You've watered your seeds with the hard work that you've done. And so after this storm, you will see a harvest. So do not pull your seed up now. Do not give up. Don't give up. Oh, don't give up. Don't give up by making a permanent decision in this temporary situation. I encourage you to push forward. Push forward. Dig deep within yourself. Spend this time discovering you. Look for the weakest part of you and look to strengthen that part. Look for the weakest part in your business and look to strengthen that part. Whatever it is that you put your hands to, that you're working on, look for the weakest part in that thing and begin to strengthen it. All right. Now, listen, you all, I am just so grateful that we've had this time. I am here to empower you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Join me on Facebook Live and on our teleconference line every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Usually 7 to 7:30. I am here to empower you. Play this back, forward it to whoever it is that you think needs it. We've got to lift and encourage each other up. I know this is not the normal preaching that you're used to hearing me do, but this is not that platform. This platform is to empower and encourage and help you to grow you. And your business, your family, you as an individual. This is about empowering and growing. So I want to encourage you, share this with your family, share this with anyone that you know needs to push forward, needs to come up out of a rut. Share this with them and tell them to come on every Monday through Friday. I'm here to push you, to press you, to encourage you. Because see, when I push you, that means you just need a little boost many times. You just need to know that there's somebody there that's behind you saying you can, you will. And then when I press you, see, pressing, it comes from the truth. Oh, this is good. See, the truth does not push you. The truth presses you. My words of empowerment and continuing to encourage you will push you, but the truth will press you, because the truth will bring out the best in you. It will make you look at what is really going on in your life. It will put you in front of yourself, and then you will deal with those areas of your life that you need to strengthen, and then you will grow. You will grow. And so I'm encouraging you again. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful for this time that I had with you. And I look forward to coming back again on Monday morning at 7 o'clock, where we are going to continue to push, press, and grow. Push, press, and grow. All right. Listen, you all, I just want to have a word of prayer. Father, I just pray right now. I'm so thankful for everyone that has joined on this broadcast on Facebook Live, on the teleconference lines. God, I pray right now a blessing upon each and every one of them. I pray that the words that were spoken this morning, like seed, will go deep into their spirits, deep into their heart, deep into their mind, and spring forth fruit, that they may go forward and produce in their life. Father, you said everything that we put our hands to, it will prosper. I speak prosperity now over your people. God, I speak against the spirit of doubt, the spirit of fear. I come against it right now in the name of Jesus. There is no doubt. There is just the dreams being renewed. Hallelujah. There is no fear. There is just faith being increased. I speak it right now over your people. Help them to have that fire on the inside. Stir up to see where it is that you've created for them to go. That they not look at the situational circumstances, the situational obstacles. They don't look at the situations that are going on, but they prepare for what's ahead. They look at this not as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to look at the weak areas in their lives, the weak areas in their business, the weak areas in their family, and to bring strength to those areas so that when this storm is past, they will come forth and represent themselves in a manner that is effective and impacts the community and the people around us. Father, I thank you right now. I thank you for growth. I thank you for spiritual wisdom being imparted this morning. I thank you for your hand of peace upon your people everywhere. Every household, I speak peace to your home right now. So yes, sir, I speak peace to the children in your home. Peace to your spouses. Just the spirit of peace infiltrate every home. I speak healing right now. Wherever it is, Father, that your people need your healing touch. By your stripes, they are healed. Help them to feel and believe and to walk by faith and to speak, I am healed. To speak, all is well in my life. I release that now on your people. Cover, guard, shield, and protect every first responder. Oh, cover them right now. I declare that there's nothing that shall come upon them. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty God. God, continue to keep your first responders under your shadow in the mighty name of Jesus, that nothing harm them. We give God the glory now. We give him all the praise. Listen, you all, go forth. Have a powerful day. walk in power, walk in dominion, walk in authority. And I'm so grateful to see some of my friends on here this morning. Amen. Councilwoman Anita Martinez, God bless you. I tell you, it's powerful to see people that are going forth and working in the community and have a true heart. They don't have a tainted agenda. They don't have a tainted motive. They have a true heart for the people. And this is what's going to be needed now. And so I'm so grateful for you being on here today, and all the others, Daylene and Lily and some of the others. I'm not going to get into calling off names. And I see a whole host of people that have joined on the conference call line here. I'm looking at all these numbers, but I don't know your numbers, your name, but I'm just going to say thank you to everyone. There are a lot of people that have joined by the conference call line. Thank you all so much for joining. Listen, share the conference call number with your friends. Share the Facebook broadcast today. Tell them to come back on Monday, every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. I will be on here pushing you, pressing you so you can grow. This is all about empowering you as an individual, empowering you as a business owner, empowering you to be able to have tools to strengthen your family. Listen, I love you all. This is Chief Apostle Marcia Fountain. I've got to go now because I've got great things I have to do. You got to go now because you got great things that you have to do. Remember, until we come back together again, there is greatness inside of you. Pull it out. I love you all. God bless you. Be safe.